Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know, it is one thing to listen to marketing jargon, and it's another to see how a tool, or in this case a blade, performs on the job site.
We put the brand new Nitrus AX 9-inch recip blade up against our longtime crew favorite, the Diablo Amped 9-inch carb blade. So to test these, we used a Makita recip saw, nice neutral party, and tested these blades in a brutal torture test with embedded screws. Both of these blades are designed for wood with nails or nail embedded wood.
Yep. You know, and I've been a carpenter for 30, 35 years, and these type of cuts you would run into every once in a while, let alone do them repeatedly over and over again.
Yeah. So to keep the playing field level, we eliminated human error by using an 11-pound weight attached to the front of the recip saw to pull the saw through the material.
Gravity, yep.
And we were just holding the trigger. It's kind of become the standard with recip testing, you know, kind of across the board now. This simulates consistent pressure without forcing that can often skew results. We fastened together double 2x6 spruce boards and installed 12 3.5-inch deck screws into the board ends.
We wanted to just make sure it keep our cuts away from the screw tips so they wouldn't fall out. It would be consistent. So we followed a strict and consistent process, and we timed each cut and come up with an average.
Yeah, while the Diablo Amped has been our go-to for years, the Nitrus AX showed its strength in cutting speed by itself. In a 6-cut average, the Nitrus beat out the Diablo blade by nearly 5 seconds.
You know, the Diablo Amped blade averaged 18.3 seconds, whereas the Milwaukee Nitrus was 13.6 seconds, and neither the blade showed any tooth damage. And 5 seconds, it's not really a lot, right? So,
yeah, both of these blades, they're expensive blades, and they're designed for longevity and in cutting difficult material, not just speed of cut. So with only 5 seconds difference in the cutting times, we really wanted to see how far these blades could go.
Yep. So we looked at like an end of life or a life cycle analysis. So following the same initial speed testing, the same procedure, it was clear that we wanted to kind of see when the blade would reach its operational limit. So to determine that end of life, we decided to just keep going, and it was a rigorous and brutal test.
We are blown away about how long these blades actually lasted. We completed 5 to 6 cuts, basically the amount we could cut each nail before letting the blade cool. Essentially, we would cut the full trunk of the rig down. We'd run out of screws, we'd reset. That would give the tool and the blade time to cool down, and we just kept going and going and going, and recorded the time of the cut each time.
We also changed the battery when the battery gauge went down to 3 bars. And when that happened, we would also cool the reciprocating saw with compressed air through the tool vents just for about a minute or so just before resuming.
Yeah, we initially assumed that we would just end the test when the blades would sort of reach a 2x time from their initial speed cut. It turned out to be sort of a false hypothesis because these, well, you'll see the results.
They kept cutting.
They kept cutting. Specifically with one of them, it just kept going, and it didn't really ramp up.
I mean, for the Diablo blade, for example, the Diablo Amped blade completed 28 total cuts with an average cutting speed of 25.7 seconds. Its final cut did take 48 seconds to complete, so it was growing in time.
Yeah, we halted the test there because it was clear that it was struggling. We noticed that the duration really started to ramp up, and upon examination of the blade, it had actually lost some of the teeth.
Yeah.
So it was clear that at that point it was done, and it was time to move on to the Milwaukee blade.
But ultimately, it chewed through 56 2x6 boards and how many?
336 screws.
336 screws. The Nitrus blade was a clear winner here, though. It completed 67 cuts, was ultimately a faster average cutting with 20.4 seconds.
Yeah, honestly, the final cut took 29 seconds. It still had life left. We ran out of material. We ran out of screws. It was 804 screws. Yeah, and it was clear that it could have kept going.
Yeah.
So we stopped that cutting after that. It had more than doubled the Diablo's output, crowning it the clear winner.
67 cuts, yeah. Truth be told, 29 seconds for a final cut is still incredibly fast for the Milwaukee. We all agreed that the Nitrus could have kept going, could have kept working, as consistency in times between its cuts remained remarkably tight.
So what's different about these two blades? They're both carbide blades, but the turned out teeth of the Milwaukee seem to clear the sawdust more efficiently when cutting the wood. The Nitrus blade has a consistent 5 TPI, tooth per inch blade spacing, while the Diablo Amp has a variable tooth spacing with a tighter tooth count near the root of the blade compared to the tip. So this disparity combined with the tooth geometry likely explains that initial speed cut difference that we saw.
I mean, the Milwaukee clearly was a 2x plus longevity on this. In our test, the welded carbide on the Milwaukee blade, it seemed to hold up better on those high impact shocks when it when it was hitting the screws without losing a single tooth. We didn't see one tooth loss. And that's a testament to the high energy welding process that Milwaukee uses.
Yeah, both of these blades, they're expensive blades. And
Totally.
where this comes down to is what can you get for these blades and how are you going to care for them? I think a lot of these, I would take them and I would put them in and they just be my do-all. You just keep cutting them for everything.
Yep.
But with an investment like this on some of these blades, they're, I don't know, $15, $16, $17.
Yep.
You pull them out when you need them.
Yeah, I mean, you could spend $20 on 4 bimetal blades, right? And change it 4 times to do that one cut. Or you could spend $17 on either one of these blades. They're right around $17, $20 and just keep cutting and cutting and cutting. And then I think by the time that you start, and you can also adjust your shoe plate and get more of the blade because we stayed, right in the same spot every time. But for me, I think it would be a regular use blade all the time and just not buy blades as much.
Yep.
So look, if you're doing a simple DIY project, any carbide blade would do, right? But if you're a professional looking to turn a grueling 8-hour demolition project into a 4-hour walk in the park, I think the Nitrus AX is your blade to go.
Yeah, it's not just the blade, it's an upgrade for your reciprocating saw. You can spend $20 on 4 bimetal blades and stop your work 3 times to change them, or you spend roughly $17 for the Diablo or the Nitrus.
Right, right.
So for us, the answer is simple. We're choosing the blade that cuts faster and lasts longer.
Yeah, that's the Nitrus. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. My fingertips are still tingling from all these cuts, but please leave your comments down below. We'd love to hear what you think about these blades. Do you use any of these blades? And please don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
See ya.